Welcome everybody to What's the 411? This is the show that keeps you updated on today's and tomorrow's current events. So let's check out what's going on right now.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to What's the 411? And today we're going to take a look at Target, the store Target. They're wanting to spend $2 billion on Black-owned businesses, all right? So we're going to check this out real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Target to spend $2 billion with Black-owned businesses, pledges to add products from 500 companies by 2025. All right, let's go into it a little bit further here. All right. So Target pledged to add products from more than 500 Black-owned businesses to its inventory by the end of 2025. The retailer announced Wednesday that it will spend more than $2 billion with Black-owned businesses by 2025, which includes marketing agencies, construction companies, facilities, maintenance providers, and others. We have a rich history of working with diverse businesses. And then here's the kicker right here. When we read this stuff and we look into things, we need to be real aware and mindful of the words that are being used. Now, it already says diverse businesses. Although they say Black community, Black-owned businesses, you're already putting in the word diverse. Diverse can mean a few things, right? You can mean diverse in the sense of the types of Black-owned businesses, just not one particular type of a Black-owned business. You can say that means diverse, like they mentioned earlier, maybe Black-owned businesses that are marketing agencies, Black-owned businesses that are construction companies, so on and so forth. You can mean diverse in that sense, or diverse in the sense of it's not truly Black-owned companies. It's just the words people of color and diversity and minority, which does not mean just solely Black people. So you got to be careful with those words. So I'm already seeing some suspicion, but we'll read further and see if, what else they're talking about. So we have a rich history of working with diverse businesses, but there's more we can do to spark change across the retail industry, support the Black community, and ensure Black guests feel welcome and represented when they shop at Target. Christina Hennington, Executive Vice President and Chief Growth Officer, said in a statement Wednesday. So I want you guys to take down her name, jot her name down. Christina Hennington. She's the Executive Vice President and the Chief Growth Officer. So keep her name in mind, write that name down, research that name. I'm going to be doing this throughout the article. If there's any names of people or companies or whatever, jot those names down and research them. All right. Let's see here. Black-owned businesses and brands have seen more support in a push for social and economic justice in the wake of protests against police brutality and renewed attention to the nation's decades-long racial wealth gap. All right. Hennington said Target's bold actions are part of the company's commitment to advance racial equity for the Black community. They also represent significant economic opportunity for hundreds of new Black-owned companies who we look forward to doing business with for years to come, she said. All right. The resonance of the products and representation in general, such as brown-skinned mermaids on children's sheets with Black shoppers, can be seen as members of Target-focused Facebook groups such as Black Women Who Love Target, share these finds and talk about snapping up the products. So here's another group to jot down and write down and find out what they're about. Okay. and that's the Black women who love Target. All right. That's another name for you guys to jot down. Or a group is the name of a Facebook group. Okay. So keep that in mind. Jot that name down, research them, research their page, and find out what they are about. All right. So let's go on and move forward. All righty. After George Floyd, a Black man died under the knee of a white police officer in Minneapolis, where Target is headquartered. All right. Minneapolis is Target's headquarters. So, and it makes me think about some things now that I just read, that with this case going on, this trial. Now, if it turns out they're going to let him go, or these charges, people should already know what the charges he's facing to go to jail on, and they're not even first-degree murder. That already, I'm surprised it hasn't really sparked anybody to do anything as it is. But since this is where Target's headquarters is, I guess they're trying to get ahead of things and prepare just in case something doesn't go right in the trial. And so maybe they're trying to prepare so their offices don't get tore up, or the stores in other cities don't get tore up. So they're hurrying up ahead of time to be like, yo, let's give them some money, or let's say we're going to give them money, but we'll see if it's going to really go down that way. And if he does end up going to jail, then I wonder if Target is going to even backtrack on that. All right. So, let me read that again. After George Floyd, a Black man died under the knee of a white police officer in Minneapolis, where Target is headquartered. The company announced it was donating $10 million to support nonprofit partners focused on addressing the systemic and structural barriers facing Black communities. Now, that's something else in itself. Who are the nonprofit partners that are going to be focusing on systemic and structural barriers facing Black communities? Are they going to be white nonprofit partners? Or are they going to be Asian nonprofit partner groups? Are they going to just be Black? Is it going to be, and they're going to donating 10 million. So will these groups that are not Black at all, will they jump on the bandwagon just to get this $10 million donation? All right. That's why it's good to read through this stuff, because they all on the surface, just by reading the headline and saying Target wants to spend $2 billion on Black businesses, and then automatically people will just go, oh, okay, see, Target wants to give money to Black people. But when you start reading that in between the lines and the fine print, things don't look all the way on the up and up. All right. So I'm going to read that one again as well. The company announced this is Target. The company announced it was donating $10 million to support nonprofit partners focused on addressing systemic and structural barriers facing Black communities. All right. Let that soak in. The company created the REACH committee, which REACH stands for Racial Equity, Action, and Change. The company created the REACH committee, Racial Equity, Action, and Change. And in September, it announced plans to increase the diversity of its workforce, pledging to grow its percentage of Black employees by 20% over the next 3 years. Why now? Because of this going on, why didn't you just do it ahead of time? Right? Now you want to start building these committees, a committee that plans to increase, not going to, but plans to increase the diversity. Again, that word diversity. What is that? When they use the word diversity, what are they meaning? Are they meaning just Black employees? But see, it's funny how they play with words, because when it reads in a sentence, it announced plans to increase the diversity of its workforce, pledging to grow its percentage of Black employees by 20%. Now that right there it really sounds like it's telling you what they're trying to do, but they're trying to make you think in a different direction, but they really doing something else. I'm gonna read that one more time. Announced plans to increase the diversity of its workforce, pledging to grow its a percentage of that diversity of Black employees to 20%. So they're gonna get diverse. We're gonna put Asians in Target. We're gonna put Indians in Target. We're gonna put some Black people too. We want to at least get 20% of them. Diversity workforce. So you got to watch the words. That's what it's looking like. Now they can always come back later and really make themselves super clear if this is what I'm saying or what I'm interpreting is incorrect. All right. Support for Black businesses. They always keep putting Black businesses, but then they throw in diversity and little trick words in between there. Target said it is establishing resources to support Black-owned businesses and help them grow. One of the programs, Forward Founders, write them down and take note, research them. One of the programs, Forward Founders, will engage Black entrepreneurs earlier in their startup journey to help them navigate the critical stages of ideation, product development, and scaling for mass retail. So any of you Black entrepreneurs out there, go look at, and anybody, period, look up Forward Founders, because since they want to help you and help them, the Black entrepreneurs in their early startup, and help them navigate some things, jump on it and see if they stick to their word. All right. Target said it has brought in diverse businesses. There goes that word again. Mixing it in with Black through programs such as Target Accelerators. Write that program down, Target Accelerators, and events such as the Black-owned Business Vendor Fair. Black-owned Business Vendor Fair. Write that down. Take note of that. According to Target's website, the company increased business with diverse suppliers by 64.4% from 2016 to 2018. Now, that's something else you need to jot down and research as well. Who are the diverse suppliers of Target? Are they all Black, or are they diverse? A mixture of all kind of races: Indian, Asian, Black, Hispanic. All right. But yet you're seeing the word play, right? The gameplay and the word play. A list of the brands and the products are posted on Target.com on its Black Beyond Measure page. Go to Target.com, go to the Black Beyond Measure page under Buy Black. In beauty, Target said it has a strong representation of 50 Black-owned and Black-founded brands, with plans to continue to grow the assortment. Make sure you go look this stuff up and research it and make sure that what they're saying is legit. All right. Mented Cosmetics is one of those businesses. Amanda Johnson, write Amanda Johnson's name down. Mented Cosmetics, write that name down. The company, I guess, is the name of that business. Co-founder and chief operations officer of the beauty brand. That's Amanda Johnson. Said in a video released by Target Wednesday. We are a pigment-first beauty brand celebrating women of all hues, Johnson said, and Target looks after the small brands and helps owners understand the business. We knew what it felt like to be othered and to not have products that truly were made for you, and to not feel like you were a part of the beauty community. Mented seeks to change all of that. Pernell Cesar, co-founder, write down Pernell Cesar, who is the co-founder and CEO of Black and Bold Specialty Coffee. Jot that business name down, Black and Bold Specialty Coffee. Said having one of the largest retailers investing in Black-owned businesses not only impacts the economics of the Black community, but our society as a whole. And I think that's probably it. Yeah, there you go. So there you have it, ladies and gents. I read everything to you. There's a little funny wordplay going on with the article. And so that's going to mean some research needs to be done on these folks and making sure that they are on the up and up. All right. So there you have it, ladies and gents. We're not going to go for the game plan. I already did a show or episode where I think the Atlanta Hawks owners or some businesses related to them. I read an article regarding them, and there was some funny wordplay again that was under suspicion. So that's something to take note of. And here we go again, a little bit of funny wordplay. They throw in they're going to help black businesses, but then they start throwing in diverse here and diversity there. And so is it truly you're going to support black people for the hardships that's been going on for over 400 years? All right. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all, man. Be sure to check out the show, and we'll be back with another episode. All right. I appreciate y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.